Hello, what is up everyone? How is it going? It's been a while since my last video, but yeah, I'm back again. So basically I needed some time off, so I took some time off. I went on a leave, and then as you all know, I'm in the Middle East. Crazy word. Yeah, and now we're back, but I got some very interesting things, because even though I haven't been on YouTube, I did do a lot more work to the Mustang, and I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, a lot of things has happened. So let me go through the stuff that has happened just to tell you about the things that I have been doing. So first of all, we've got the bumper in the back. It's all fixed up. I fixed the bumper. What I did was I added some fiberglass, I sanded, and then finally I painted it. So we fixed this, and I'm very happy with the result. I still need to polish it, but for now this is good enough. The other thing is, of course, the front bumper is fixed as well. We don't have the number plates in the middle yet, but the front bumper has been fixed, painted. The what do you call it? This one on the bottom of the bumper, the whatever, that's fixed as well and painted. And I also painted these for the fog light. So the front looks not too shabby. It looks pretty cool. I like how the car looks. I don't remember, but if you remember before, what we had few issues with the Mustang. One of which is that when I turned the car on, it would take a while for it to start. You would switch the key on and you would crank it, and it would crank very slow. We had a slow crank, and we had some problem with starting. I had no idea what it is. So I worked on the car, and what I did was I changed the starter, but not with a stock one. Because this is a built engine, I thought maybe it's a high compression engine and we needed some more oomph to the starter. So what I bought was a high performance, high torque starter, put it in the car, and now it cranks perfectly. And it starts perfectly as well. So let me pop the hood. Give me a second. Now my subscription for the music and for the editing software, it ran off. So I think this would be a raw footage. I won't be doing any editing, but that's fine. Anyways, so I'm just gonna fly through stuff that I remember, everything that I have done to the car. I'm gonna show you what's all the updates. So basically, what I told you right now was I switched out the starter with a new high torque starter, which is really good. Another thing I had was I had some leaks. I had leaks in the power steering system, and I had leaks in the engine. So basically, you can see here all of the leak damage that has happened to the road. Anyways, the first thing was I took all the pressure hoses for the power steering, and after taking the pressure hoses off, I cleaned them, I did everything, and I put some, those Teflon tapes, because I don't have those. You need to buy specific Teflon rings that would be squashed when you put them back on, so they don't leak. So instead of that, I used some Teflon tape, the ones you use in the toilet. It's not the best thing to do, but from my research, I was like, hey, I'm gonna take it off anyways if I'm gonna replace the oil pump, because the oil pump looked like leaking. The hydro boost is looking like it leaks, so I need to change those. So what I did was I thought, let me just put it on again. And again, if anything happens or damages, everything is already damaged. So what I did was I put the Teflon tape on, screwed them on, and I didn't have any leaks. But I had one leak, which was in the engine, and I didn't know what it was. It looked like it came from this side. I really hoped it wasn't a head gasket, and hopefully it wasn't. What I had was, or I thought I had a leak here, but I don't have a valve cover gasket. So what I did is I used some RTV and I just sealed it up with an RTV. If I'm gonna take this one off, it's gonna be a hell of a job of cleaning it up and then putting the real valve cover gasket. But this is something for the future. I need the car to run, I need it to run clean, and I need to figure out the problems with it. So RTV, and it worked, but I got a bigger leak, and I thought, hey, I did a really good job with sealing it with RTV. So I was trusting my own gut, and it felt like I did a pretty good job. So it wasn't the head cover seal, and it was leaking a lot. And I found out what it was. It was actually, oh, sorry. It was actually down here. I don't know if you can see it, but inside here, on this cover, I can't show it right now, there was a crack, and the oil was oozing out of this crack. So what I did was I plugged it with some plastic, some RTV, and boom, everything is working. I have 0 leaks right now, which is totally cool. I might have some small, tiny leaks, but I'm fine with that. Before, it was just leaking everywhere. So the car is leak free, it's fixed, and things are just working. I put back all these pressure lines and things seems to be good. But one thing I have right now is that, yeah, you can see how this is the fan that goes onto the radiator. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to show things. And the fan kicks in when the engine is up to temp. So around 90 degrees when it gets there, the thermostat opens, the water begins to flow, and after the water gets hot to a certain degree, the fan kicks on to cool the water so that we can cool the engine. When the fan kicks on, those headlights comes on. I have no idea why that happens, or I do actually. Either we have a short in the wiring harness or we have a short in the fan, and since when the fan kicks on, I think the fan is shut and I need a new fan. So yeah, we have a short, and once this kicks on, the engine begins to idle very rough. I took all the fuses off, like from inside I have only 3 fuses, and they are the essential for running the engine. I have nothing on, and these came still on, and they shouldn't. There is 1 fuse in this fuse box for the parking lights. I also removed that one. I actually removed all the fuses here just to see if there is anything else, and it's only fuse number 1, which is the fan fuse. When I remove it, the lights go off. So it is connecting to the fan, and it's isolated to the fan and to the wiring of the fan. So I would need to dig into that. Finally, what I also did was I changed the oil on the engine. So one of my neighbor gave me half of the oil because he used it on the car and he had some left. So half of it, which is 3 liters, I got it for free. So I was like, you know what? Let me just change the oil because, I need to flush this engine anyway. So I changed the oil. It has fresh new oil. I didn't change the oil filter. I tried to, but I don't have the tool, and I thought I'm gonna change the oil in a few months anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is just to flush the old oil out. When I change the oil, good sign, there is no metal shaving, nothing. So everything is good. So the engine seems to be in pretty good condition. The only thing we have right now is it's running rough, and that's to do with some electrical problem. Again, after we solve that, we might find out that something else is on. So One thing I want to say is that even though the engine is running good, everything seems good, I know I have to open this engine up. This bad boy needs to come off, because whoever built this engine, he didn't do a good job. I can see it everywhere. When I opened the valve cover, I could see that the tension on the timing chain wasn't that good. So I need to redo the timing chain tensioners and everything. Something might be not giving it too much tension. So I need to do that, as well as I need to check the bearings. I think the bearings on the crankshaft are a little too tight, and it's causing the engine to spin very slowly. I think some bearings might be shot in the engine. I don't know, but I need to open this one up. The alternator needs to be replaced. It's making a noisy sound. It's functioning fine. Everything is functioning, but the good thing is it starts, and I'm gonna start it up. I'm gonna fire it up just so you guys can hear it. Let's stop talking and let's get it starting. It's open. And yeah, I did clean up in the car. We had a lot of stuff here. I cleaned up. I took it for a ride a few times, short rides, but it's running. One thing I have is that, yeah, I can't turn the keys on because something inside this is broke. I don't think it's a big thing, but right now the way I'm starting the car is putting the key in and then cranking it manually using here. Now something I seen is that, yeah, that's bad. I left the key on since yesterday, so we can't crank it because the battery is out of juice. Oh, that's not good. The battery is dead. Well, I'm gonna charge the battery and then tomorrow we will do a crank, because right now I forgot to turn the keys off. Too bad. Anyways, guys, I am going to show you more of the Mustang and of this project, and tell me guys what you think. I love your support. I love you being there. I'm not gonna let you down. We are going to get this car to the 600 horsepower that I promised one day, hopefully. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel, help me out, and please give this video a like. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.